Eric getting away clean. Whole gaggle of cars through the rhythm. Bunch of short courses though, so they take the contact and keep on kicking. Oh, Eric, a little mistake over the triple. Eric, Sean, and Balin, 1, 2, and 3 after lap number 1. Now Balin working his way up the inside of Eric. They're running nose to tail down the back straight. 3-car dance for the lead. A little bit of contact there, bumping and rubbing. Sean, Todd, Eric, and Balin. Not quite in that order, but those are the drivers we're watching. 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. Watch over the right side double. Thank you, Tommy. We are good. Sean in the 1, Eric in the 2, then Balin, Todd, Nicholas, Brett, Claudia, and Tyler. Two minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Sean Grimes out front in the 1, Eric Ferrer in the 2, about 2 seconds back. Balin Houston in the 3. Then Todd Soltero, Brett Houston, Tyler Hopper, Nicholas Finch, and Claudia Grimes. Now it's Eric back up into the 1, Sean in the 2. Sean about 1.6 back, working their way through the rhythm. Eric in the all-white, Sean in the yellow and silver.
2 minutes left.
3 minutes down, 2 to go. This is race number 1 on track, novice A1. Watching the bull turn, bull turn, bull turn, bull turn. Bull turn, thank you. I'll set some water down following race number 4. Water following race number 4. And then after, I think, race number 8.
One minute left.
Actually, scratch that. I'm just going to water after race number 6. It's holding it fairly good tonight, so I can stretch that a little longer. .30 seconds left in A main number 1. Todd Soltero now up into the 2 spot. Rough lap there for Sean Grimes. Going to drop him down. .20 seconds left. Watching the back straight, back straight. 2, 1. That is time. Race him to the line. Then after you cross the line, back him down. Eric, you're done. Waiting on 2 more cars to finish, then bring the cars back to the grid. Cars back to the grid. Everyone is done. Bring your cars back to the grid. We're going to get going with A number 2. Marshals, grab those blowers. Just give us a quick blow off between mains, and then we'll be getting right back into it. The finishing order for that one was Eric, Todd, Sean, Balin, Brett, Tyler, Nicholas, and Claudia.
The race is completed.
Marshals, grab those blowers. Marshals, grab those blowers. Marshals, grab those blowers. Marshals, grab those blowers. Please. Thank you. Hello. Bueller. Bueller. Marshals. Right. Starting order for number 2 is going to be Claudia in the 1, Brett in the 2, Nicholas in the 3, Todd in the 4, Balin in the 5, Tyler in the 6, Sean in the 7, Eric in the 8. So get your cars back to the grid. We're going right back into a number 2. All right, let's get those cars on the grid. Once again, Claudia starting in the 1, Brett in the 2, Nicholas in the 3, Todd in the 5, Balin in the Balin in the 5, Tyler in the 6, Sean in the 7, Eric in the 1, or that 8. Sorry, reading off backwards is a little interesting. All right, we're looking good. We got our marshals back at our spots. We can get racing with
45 seconds
number
to start the
2
race.
of Novice. This one's for all the marbles. Figuratively, there's nothing really on the line besides bragging rights, but bragging rights is where it's at. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. We're going racing on the sound of the tone. And we're off and away. Marshal by the hose. Thank you. A little bit of carnage from an inverted start in Novice. They kind of elected for that. Watching the ball turn. Not the case for the other classes, but Novice voted for it, so we're rolling with it. Coming up next after this is 17.5 B main number 1. We've got Eric out front in the 1, Nicholas Finch in the 2, Balin Houston in the 3, then Sean Grimes, Tyler Hopper, Todd Soltero, Brett Houston, and Claudia Grimes. So Nicholas Finch definitely taking advantage of the inverted start. Ooh, rough luck there for Eric. See if James can get him back underway, but he did commandingly well in the first one and was out front, but long mains taking their toll. So now it's Nicholas Finch up into the 1, Sean Grimes in the 2. Then Balin Houston, Todd Soltero, Tyler Hopper, Claudia Grimes, and Brett Houston.
Two minutes left.
And of course, just for clarification, I only inverted for novice because they voted for that. All the other classes, the second main starts by the finishing order of the first main. Novice just knows how to party. Now Sean Grimes up into the 1. Rough lap for Nicholas Finch. A couple laps to go, going to drop him down to the 2 spot. Balin Houston into the 3. Then Todd Soltero, Brett Houston, and Claudia Grimes. With 4 minutes down, 1 minute to go. .30 seconds left, watching the sweeper. Clear. Ten seconds left. Watching the S-turn. Thank you. That is time. Racing to the line. Everyone will be done when they cross the line. Sean Grimes coming across the line, bringing home the win. Ooh, battle right there for the 4 and 5. Waiting on a couple more cars to finish. And one more car to finish, waiting on Claudia. And that will do it. Everyone is done. Marshals, grab those blowers. Help blow off track, please. Marshals, grab those blowers. Sean Grimes going to bring home the win. Todd Soltero in the 2, then Balin Houston in the 3, Nicholas Finch in the 4, Brett Houston in the 5, Claudia Grimes in the 6, and then Tyler and Eric having some technical difficulties. Back them down. Track is not hot.
The race is completed.
All right, blowers down. Go ahead, roll them out, check them in. Roll them out, check them in. Track is yours. Need all my drivers from the last one. Back out around track 2, corner marshal.
Caleb Dawkins. Matt Robbins. Grant Combs. Ryan Appleberry. Mike Blythe. 1 minute to the start of the race. Wrong way driver.
Marshall over here before the rhythm. Marshall before the rhythm. Help me out, please. Thank you, Tyler.
45 seconds to the start of the race. .30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, back straight is closed. No more laps, no more laps. Qualifying order in the 6, Matt Robbins. 5, Ryan Appleberry. 4, Mike Blythe. 3, Grant Combs. 2, Caleb Dawkins. And Paul Weir,
15 seconds to the start of the
BQ.
race.
And I give you a lot of crap about being BQ a lot, but I can spot it. There's a trend here.
Less than 5.
All right, we got the marshals out there. Of course, this is going to be a 2-part B main installment, so even if you completely spike it in the first one, there's still a chance in the second one. Not aiming at anyone in particular, but. All right. 5-minute B main number 1. We're going racing on the sound of the tone. And off and underway with B main number 1 for 17.5 stock buggy. 6 cars enter, 1 car going to transfer to the A main after 10 minutes of racing. Really, if you're on the B main and you hit the bump, you get all sorts of track time. Think of that value. This is race number 3 on track. We got our 17.5 B main 1, then B2. Then we'll be going into modified. After that, watching the bull turn. Marshal in the bull turn, please. Thank you. Watching the sweeper. Clear. 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. It's Combs, Dawkins, Weir, Appleberry, Blythe, and Robbins. Your current on-track running order. Watch in the back straight, watch coming on the back straight, watch coming on the back straight. It is clear, thank you. .130 down, 3:30 left. Paul Weir back up into the 1 after an early race mistake. Caleb Dawkins in the 2, Grant Combs the 3, Appleberry in the 4, then Blythe and Robbins 2, 3, and 4. Fairly close together on track, all working the relatively same stretch of real estate all across the line right about now. And into the S section, Appleberry, Combs, and Dawkins through the rhythm. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left to run. And then, of course, after those 3 minutes, we got another 5 whole minutes of racing to go. Watch after the rhythm. It is clear, thank you. Thank you, Brett. 3 minutes down, 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes left.
Paul Weir leading the way. Caleb Dawkins 1.1 back, trying to challenge Paul. Ryan Appleberry 1.2 back from Dawkins. So 1, 2, and 3. Running very close together on track. Watching the bull turn. Clear. And of course, in a minute and a half, we're going to reset and do it all over again. But who wouldn't want to start right out front? Makes it a whole lot easier to run away with it in a B2. Ooh. Yeah, that's a shock tower or more. Four minutes down, 1 minute to go. Dawkins, and Appleberry. 1, 2, and 3. Less than a minute to go on the master, or on the race clock. Spot still to race for. Get the right end of this battle right now, and you could be starting out front, setting yourself on the right foot for getting that bump in B main number 2. Because getting that bump from the third spot is a hell of a lot harder than getting it from the first spot. 20 seconds left. Appleberry and Dawkins now battling for the 2 and 3 through the rhythm section with 10 seconds left. Weir got a little bit of a sigh of relief watching the triple. Help him out, help him out, help him out. Race him to the line. Then once you cross the line, back him down. Once you cross the line, back him down. Weir still going to cling on to the win for B1. Back him down once you cross the line, then bring him back to the grid. Waiting on one more car of Combs to cross the line, then we will be ready to reset for round number 2. That is, everyone is done. Marshals, grab those blowers. Do a quick blow off on the track. Quick blow off on the track, please. Marshals, grab their blowers. Marshals, grab the blowers. Blowers, 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 blowers. Yes. Marshals, grab those blowers, please. Marshals, grab those blowers. Hello. Thank you. Bright yellow blowers scattered on the track, please. We got our. Normally this takes about 30 seconds if we have all 5 going, but thank you. Thank you very much. All right, blowers down. Let's get our grid sorted. I gotta call this out the right way. Starting order will be Paul Weir in the 1, Caleb Dawkins in the 2, Appleberry in the 3, then Combs, Blythe, and Robbins. Basically, the finishing order from B1 is the starting order for B2. So Paul Weir starting out front again, bringing on part 2 of the defense.
1 minute to the start of the race.
We are ready to go. We got the blowers set. We got the marshals at their spots. We're ready to go racing. Part 2, B main number 2, 17.5 stock buggy. We're going racing on the sound of the tone. And away we go. B main number 2. This one's for all the marbles for that transfer spot into the A main. Paul Weir managed to defend in B1, keeping on his starting spot in the 1 spot for B2. Couple cars came close at a couple different points in that one. We'll see if they have what it takes here in part 2 of the B main. Or if Paul's going to just settle into that groove. He's got 5 minutes of practice underneath him. Ready to keep it clean, got the nerves out of the way. Everyone kind of getting a little bit of bump and rub farther back. Paul Weir trying to set sail and cruise off into the sunset with that transfer. No pressure. He's already got the pressure out of the way. Watching the right side, clear. One minute down, 4 minutes left to race. Coming across the line, it's Paul Weir in the 1, that a whole gaggle of cars farther back. Dawkins in the 2 spot, then Appleberry, Blythe, and Combs. 3, 4, and 5 working their way through the rhythm section. That's a battle of their own. Paul Weir trying to say see ya to everyone else. Dawkins with a mistake. Now it's a 4-car battle for the 2 spot. If only I was bumping 2 cars. Now that would be something. Oh, Paul trying to make mistakes, trying to keep it interesting. Let off the gas when you're being marshaled, then they'll get to you. Grabbing the throttle doesn't help. They're just going to assume you're going to get yourself. So let off the gas when you're being marshaled. That's the typical etiquette. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. It's Weir, Appleberry, Blythe, Dawkins, and Combs. Once again, we're doing things a little bit differently here for the mains here tonight. Different format overall. If you like it, let me know. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. I appreciate all feedback about the format. Help them out, help them out, help them out, please. Other side, please. Thank you. Three minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Paul Weir just kind of cruising out front.
2 minutes left.
Let off the gas when you're being Marshall. Let them get to you. Marshall, watch after the rhythm. Watch after the rhythm. Thank you. So Paul Weir just kind of cruising, doing his own thing. He's about 5 seconds up on the 2 spot of Caleb Dawkins. Dawkins 1 second up on the 3 spot of Mike Blythe. 1:30 left on the clock. Easy. Up next, after this, we have modified A1 and 2. That's race 5 and 6. Following race 6, I'll be watering the track. Following race 6. Things holding water fairly nice tonight, so you can stretch it out a little bit. 4 down and 1 to go. $20 seconds left. That's time racing to the line. Currently no real battles on track, just everyone cruising, doing their own thing. Everyone will be done when they cross the line. Coming across the line and bringing home the win. That's Paul Weir. Going to bring home that bump up into the A. Marshall's grab those blowers, help blow off the track. Those bright yellow blowers hanging around, grab those, blow off the area near you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Getting the track blown off, and we'll let Paul get that put on the charge. Got to put a lot back in that battery.
One minute to the start of the race. 45 seconds to the start of the
All
race.
right, let's get our drivers from the last one out on the track 2 corner marshal. That's Paul, Caleb, Grant, Mike, Ryan, and Matt.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Let Kevin get his car out there. All right. Track is yours. Go ahead, roll them
15
out,
seconds
come
to the
in
start
at your
of the race.
convenience.
Rocky. Less than 5. Cody Wichman. Ryan Collar. Jim Sylvie. Kevin Gatton.
All right, cars to the grid, cars to the grid. Got Ezra in the 1, then Kevin, Ryan, Jim, and Cody. All right, we are set and ready to go. Modified A-Main number 1. We're going racing on the sound of the tone. Off and underway, everyone getting the way off the line clean. This is 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive modified. Everyone here kind of knows a thing or two, getting away clean. One minute in, it's Ezra Keller out front, then Ryan Keller, Kevin Gatton, Jim Sylvie, and Cody Wickman. 1.7 is the gap between Keller and Gatton for the 1 and 2. Mistake there for Keller, it looks like. Gatton going to move on up into the 1 spot for the 2-wheel drives. Keller dropping down to the 2. Sylvie, not quite close enough to capitalize, but not too far on the outside for that 3 spot. Wickman right there with him as well. And Ezra Keller's out front cruising. He's got the window down, elbow out, got the shades on, pulled him down from his hat. Two minutes down, 3 minutes to go in A-Main number 1. Gatton out front for the 2-wheel drives. Ryan Keller in the 2 spot. A little mistake there from Jim Sylvie, going to drop him down into actually now the 4 behind Cody Wickman, giving Keller some breathing space.
2 minutes left.
Four minutes down, 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
Thirty seconds left. Ezra Keller still out front for the overall with the four-wheel drive. Then Kevin Gatton out front for the two-wheel drive. Ryan Keller, two spot for the two-wheel drive. Then Sylvain and Wickman. 15 seconds left in AMA number one. Then we're going to reset and do it all over again. Right after a little track refresh with the blowers. That's time racing to the line. Then back him down and bring him back. Everyone is done when they cross the line, then bring him back to the grid. Everyone is done. Bring him back to the grid. Marshals, grab those blowers. Blow off track, please. Get a nice, good blow off before we get into a number two. As Keller out front overall with the one, then Gatton, Keller, Sylvain, and Wickman. That'll be the starting order for a number two. Keller, Gatton, Keller, Sylvain, Wickman.
The race is completed.
All right, blowers down, blowers down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are ready to get going with a number two, part two. Okay, we are ready to go. We got the marshals back at their spots. Stay where you are. Yeah, there's two races. You marshal for both of them. Rather than marshaling for round two than the A, you marshal for both A's. You just get it all out of the way at once. All right. We're going racing on the sound of the tone. Everyone getting away clean once again. Let's see if Ryan Keller has anything for Kevin Gatton. Ezra Keller getting it wrong in the rhythm section. Keller was giving Gatton a run for his money early on in A&E. Number one had a couple early race mistakes that cost him dearly. Let's see if he can keep Kevin Gatton in his sights here in A number two right now. They're running nose to tail in the rhythm. Ezra Keller in the 3 overall now. After a early race mistake, Jim Sylvain in the 3 for the two-wheel drives. Then Cody Wickman rounding out the field. Ooh, Gatton getting a little bit crossed up. Not going to lose too much time there, though. It's Gatton, Keller, and Keller working their way through the rhythm. This is race number 6 on track. A2 of modified two-wheel drive, 1 minute in, 4 minutes to go. Following this race, I'll be blowing the track off, always blowing the track off. Following this race, I'll be setting some water down before we get into our last 6 races of the night. Sweeper, sweeper, sweeper. clear. Two minutes down, 3 minutes to go. It's Kevin Gatton out front, Ryan Keller in the 2. Then Ezra Killer, Jim Silva, and Cody Wickman. Gap between first and second of Gatton and Keller, 2.8. Then between Keller and Keller looks to be about maybe 2.5. Three minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Battle heating up for the 2 and 3. Ryan Keller and Ezra Keller. They're slowly closing in on the back door of Kevin Gatton. Now it's less than 2 seconds from first to second. Ezra Keller getting around Ryan Keller with, of course, with the 4-wheel drive. Worth mentioning, of course, but early race mistakes cost Ezra Keller all sorts of time. Just kind of letting Kevin Gatton and Ryan Keller run and do their own thing with their own battle. Kevin Gatton across the line. As Keller in hot pursuit, Ryan Keller trying to cling on to the back of that battle as best he can. 4 down and 1 to go.
1 minute left.
Gatton over the triple, Keller over the triple. Then Gatton gets a little bit squirrely coming on the backstraight, gets a little bit up on the plate as Keller now up into the 1 overall. Kevin Gatton still in the 1 for the 2-wheel drives. Ryan Keller in 2 for the 2-wheel drives. Then we have Jim Silva in the 3, Wickman in the 4. .30 seconds left. Gap between Gatton and Keller was 5 seconds at the line. Then Keller gets a little bit squirrely coming off the end of the straightaway. 20 seconds left. Coming up next is going to be our 21-5 division. Ten seconds to go. That is time. Racing to the line. Everyone will be done when they cross the line. Waiting on one more of Cody. And that'll do it. All cars finished.
The race is completed.
Ezra Keller going to take the overall win. Then for a 2-wheel drive, it was Kevin Gatton, Ryan Keller, Jim Silva, and Cody Wickman. Or subscribe to those blowers, help off the track. I'm going to set some water down real quick before we get into 21-5, race number 7.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, race number 7. Go ahead, roll them out, check them in. 21.5, A number 1.
Nick Byett. Mike Collar. Stephen Anthony. Brian Davis. Craig WYHS.
All right, we're going to give Ryan Hamilton just a minute here, so might want to save your battery if you want, or keep getting those laps. Either way, that's your choice. Up to you. Track is still open. Back straight's not closed yet. You can still... Oh. We're going to try and get Ryan Hamilton out there. I see him running towards the track. Excellent. Perfect. Let's get our cars to the grid. Cars to the grid. Back straight is closed. Qualifying in the 6th spot, Brian Davis. 5, Ryan Hamilton. 4, Craig Lees. 3, Nick Byett. 2, Mike Keller. And on the pole, Stephen Anthony. All right, we are ready to go. A main number 1. Just basically for starting spots in A main number 2, but starting out front always helps. We got our drivers, we got our marshals. We are ready to go racing on the sound of the tone. Steve Anthony leading us out on lap number 1. Mike Keller, Nick Byett, 2 and 3. Trying to give chase. Then it's Hamilton, Wees, and Davis farther back. Now it's Mike Keller up into the 1, Stephen Anthony down to the 2. Actually, next scratch that. Byett in the 2, Anthony in the 3. Byett and Anthony through the S section into the rhythm. Then Hamilton, Davis, and Wees. Thanks, Ezra.
Two minutes left.
3 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Battle heating up between Keller and Anthony. Less than a second for first and second with 2 minutes to go in A main number 1. Battle for starting position in A number 2. Watch the back straight, back straight, back straight. Clear. Ooh, that's not looking good.
One minute left.
Four minutes down, 1 minute to go. Mike Keller trying to seal the deal, get that starting in the 1 spot for A main number 2. So you can try and cruise off into the sunset from there, but we'll see. Will Steve and Anthony have what it takes, or Nick Byett, for that matter? 30 seconds left. That is time. Once you cross the line, back him down and slowly bring him back to the grid. Once you cross the line, back him down and slowly bring him back to the grid. Stephen Anthony sneaking in on the last lap. Now going to start out front once again for A main number 2. Waiting on one more of Bayette. All right, that is it for A number 1. Marshall's grab those blowers, help blow off the track.
The race is complete.
Marshall's grab those blowers, help blow off the track. Cars back to the grid. It'll be Anthony, Caller, Bayette, Oiz, Davis, and Hamilton will be the starting order for race number 2. Anthony, Caller, Bayette, Oiz, Davis, and Hamilton will be the starting order for race number 2. So I don't have to scroll back to that. All right, blowers down, blowers down. Let's get marshals back to their spots. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are ready to go. A main number 2, this one's for all the marbles, all the bragging rights. After sort of the warm-up. Now we got the safety car bringing everything back together. This is for all the marbles. A main number 2, we're going racing on the sound of the tone. And we are underway with A number 2 of 21.5. Race number 8. Good, clean start. Someone getting out in the fluff over there. Kevin's got him back underway. Thank you. Coming across the line for lap number 1. Anthony getting away clean. Then looks like Caller and Bayette. Davis. And then Hamilton and Weeze. Field bunched up once again. Watching the sleeper. Watching the ball. Two minutes down, 3 minutes to go. It's Anthony in the 1, then Bayette, Caller, Hamilton, Davis, and Weeze. Rough lap there for Bayette. He was closing in on the back door of Anthony. Watching the rhythm. Was that Stephen Anthony with a mistake? Ooh, no. Oh, yeah. There's Anthony. Mixed up the paint schemes for a second. Anthony across the line with a clean lap. Then Bayette in the 2, Caller in the 3. Battle between Bayette and Caller. Then Davis, Weeze, and Hamilton. Just past the halfway point, 2:30 left on the clock. Battle watch for 2nd and 3rd between Bayette and Caller.
Two minutes left.
4 minutes down, 1 minute to go. It's
1 minute left.
Anthony, Bayette, Keller, Wees, Hamilton, and Davis. Whole gaggle of cars getting together there. Let's see as they come across the line. We got less than a minute now. Anthony down into the 2, rough lap there. 26 seconds, going to drop him down. He's now 1 second back from Bayette. Keller, 1.5 back from Anthony. .30 seconds left. Bayette in the 1. Anthony 1.1 back. Keller 1.0 back. 3-car battle. 1, 2, and 3 through the rhythm section. 20 seconds left. They're going to make it by for one more. Anthony gaining ground, coming on the back straight. 10 seconds left. White flag out for your leaders. 1, 2, and 3 across the line. It was 1.1. Now it's 0.8. Anthony praying for a mistake out of Bayette, trying to send it in. That is time racing to the line. Bayette's just got to bring it home clean. Keller trying to sling up the inside of Anthony. Nothing there. Everyone racing to the line. Waiting on 2 more of Davis and Hamilton. There's Davis and waiting on 1 more car of Ryan Hamilton. That'll do it. Everyone is done. Nick Bayette bringing it home with a late race charge. Stephen Anthony, a couple late race mistakes, dropping him down to the 2 spot. Mike Keller the 3, Craig Wees the 4, Brian Davis in the 5, Ryan Hamilton in the 6. All right, Marshall's blowing off the track. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You all understand the value of a good blow off. I know you do.
Randy Locken.
Right, go ahead, roll them out, check them in. Race number 9.
James Leffler. Mike Cocote. 1 minute to the start of the race. Dan Collinsworth. Aaron Brown. Buzz Driver. Wrong way driver. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, getting my drivers from the last one back out on the track to corner marshal, please. Back straight is closed. No more laps. Should have Anthony, Keller, Bayette,
30 seconds to the start of the
Hamilton,
race.
and Davis. Qualifying order in the 7, bumping up from the B. Doing 10 minutes of work, Paul Weir. In the 6, Dan
15 seconds to the start of the race.
5, Mike Kokot. 4, Randy Locken. 3, James Gallatin. 2, James Leffler. And on the pole, Aaron
Less than
Brown.
5.
Let's see, double check my marshals. I got Keller there. Stephen Anthony. Sorry, where you at? Stephen Anthony? Right there. Sorry, I was looking right past you. Nick Bayette. Let's see. Hey, Nick, can you get coming off the end of the sweeper over here? Right down here. Thank you. We got Reeves there. There's Davis. And there's Hamilton. We are good. Yep, right over here. Cars tend to push a little bit towards the outside there. Perfect. Bueno. All right, this is going to be A-Main number 1. Battle for the starting spots in A-Main number 2. 5 minutes of racing. On to the sound of the tone. Everyone getting away fairly clean. Running nose to tail. Coming into the rhythm section. Nicely done. Couple cars trying to sling it up the inside. Not quite finding it there on lap number 1. Coming across the line, leading the way, Aaron Brown, doing what he did in qualifying, staying out front. Then actually Leffler trying to do some work there. Gallatin keeping close as well. 1 and 2, trying to pull out a little bit of a gap. Then 3, 4, 5, and 6 working together. So that's a Leffler, Brown, Gallatin, Locken, Cocott, Weir, and Collinsworth. Leffler going a bit wide, getting a little bit crossed up. Now Brown and Gallatin getting past through the rhythm. Leffler dropping back 2 to 3, slotting in front of Locken. 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. It's Brown, Gallatin, Leffler, Locken, Cocott, Weir, and Collinsworth here on track running order with 1 minute 30 down, 3:30 left. Help him out, Marshall. Thank you. Watching the rhythm. Bit of a mistake there for Leffler. Going to drop him back behind Cocott into the 5 spot. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Just past the halfway point in A main number 1. Aaron Brown out front. James Gallatin 1.3 back, then Randy Locken in the 3. 3 seconds back from Gallatin. James Leffler 1.8 back from Locken. Cocott 3 seconds back from Leffler. Collinsworth 4 seconds back from Cocott. Battle now heating up between Brown and Gallatin.
2 minutes left.
Working their way onto the back straight. Gallatin now much closer than last time around. 2/10 was the gap at the line. Gallatin looking for any opening he can get. Trying to look high, look low for any opening. Brown keeping the door closed nice and tight at the moment. Gallatin tucking right up under that rear wing through the sweeper. Brown trying to run a tight line. Gallatin trying to look up even tighter. Up the inside. Then a little mistake there for Aaron Brown. Getting up upside down and going into the bolt turn. Thank you, Mr. Davis. So now it's Gallatin out front.
One minute left.
Now battle between Aaron Brown and Randy Locken for the 2 and 3 through the rhythm section with less than a minute to go in A main number 1. $20 seconds left. That is time racing to the line. We'll be finishing off A main number 1, then back him down once he crossed the line. Race him to the line, then back him down after the line. All right, bring our cars back to the grid. It'll be Marshals grab those blowers, help blow off track. Marshals grab those blowers. Marshals grab those blowers. We'll be getting into part 2 of 17.5 here in just a moment. Once we get the cars back on the grid, we get the track blown off. It'll be Gallatin, Brown, Leffler, Locken, Cocott, Collinsworth, and Weir will be the starting order for A number 2. Gallatin, Brown, Leffler, Locken, Cocott, Collinsworth, and Weir is the starting order for A number 2.
The race is completed.
All right, blowers down, blowers down. Marshals back to your spots. Marshals back to your spots. All right, we are set and ready to go. A main number 2. This one's for all the marbles, all the bragging rights. So you get to determine a winner here in 17.5, two-wheel drive. Drivers ready, marshals ready. We're going racing on the sound of the tone. Part 2 of 17.5 stock buggy field bunched back up once again. All the gaps neutralized, everyone back on relatively even footing. All sorts of carnage through the rhythm. Help them out. One more car, help them out. One more car, thank you. Everyone making mistakes here early on in A number 2. Gallatin out front. Aaron Brown right there with him. Gallatin pulled out a gap in the previous A, but now that gap is gone, and the pressure is back on James Gallatin. Battle for the lead, 1 and 2 down the back straight. Gallatin and Brown. Then in the 3 spot, it's James Leffler, followed by Mike Cocott, Randy Locken, Dan Collinsworth, and Paul Weir. Now it's the reverse of the battle that we saw in A1. Gallatin goes a little bit wide. Brown looks up the inside through the sweeper. This time it was Gallatin with the mistake. In A1, it was Brown with the mistake. It's still early on, 1 minute down, 4 minutes left to race. Battle for the 6 and 7 between Collinsworth and Weir. Battle to watch between Brown and Gallatin out front for the 1 and 2. And then for the 3 and 4 between Leffler and Cocott. 1.5 was the gap for the 3 and 4. 130 down, 3:30 left. Brown and Gallatin. Not easing up any here in A main number 2. Brown trying to run away. Gallatin trying to give chase. Two minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Brown and Gallatin working their way off the sweeper. Half a second was the gap last time by the line. Then Aaron Brown, a little mistake there after the rhythm. Gallatin sneaks up the inside while Brown's still in the air. James Gallatin now up into the lead. Aaron Brown in the 2. Then followed by Leffler, Cocott, Locken, Collinsworth, and Weir. This is race number 10 on track. Up next, race number 11 and 12, 13.5 four-wheel drive. Coming at you next, last 2 races of the night. Once again, different things for the format tonight. If you liked it, have any feedback, positive or negative, let me know. I appreciate all your feedback about this format in particular. What you liked, what you didn't like, what worked, what didn't work, and so on. Battle for the lead between Brown and Gallatin, still red hot. Brown got around Gallatin, is back up into the 1. Gallatin right there with him. Right up underneath Brown's wing, then Brown gets it wrong on the pipe. Watching the triple. Watching the triple. Clear. Little mistake there for Aaron Brown. Gallatin already had a 1.7 second advantage last time around. It's Gallatin, Brown, Leffler, Kokot, Locken, Collinsworth, and Weir. 4 down and 1 to go.
1 minute left.
Watching the S-turn, watching the S-turn. Clear. Nicely done. Battle for the 4 and 5 between Kokot and Locken. Less than a second in that battle. Watching the bull turn. Watch in the bull. Thank you. And 3, 2, 1. That is time. Racing to the line. Everyone will be done when they cross the line. Waiting on a couple more cars. Whew. And that'll do it. Everyone is done.
The race is complete.
James Gallatin bringing home the win. Aaron Brown the 2. Then James Leffler, Mike Kokot, Dan Collinsworth, Randy Locken, and Paul Weir. Marshall, scrap those blowers. Help blow off the track. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All 5 blowers in action. That's what I like to see. Excellent. All right, blowers down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go ahead, roll them out, check them in. Blowers down.
Nick Bayet. 1 minute to the start of the race. Tommy Tom. Kelby Osborne. Robbie Osborne. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Steve Ruiz. Seth Essay. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, back straight is closed, back straight is closed.
"15 seconds to the start of the race.
Qualifying order in the 7, Seth Essay. 6,
Less than 5.
Robbie Osborne. 5, Kelby Osborne. 4, Ryan Hamilton. 3, Tommy Tom. 2, Nick Bayet. And on the pole is Steve Ruiz. Ryan looks like he's getting it back out there.
Ryan Hamilton.
All right, we got our... Oh. Thank you, James. He's in the 4. Yep. Looking good. We got all sorts of marshals. Thank you, everyone. So this will be A1 of 13.5 four-wheel drive for starting position in A2. Drivers ready, marshals ready. We're going racing on the sound of the tone. Off and underway. 13.5 four-wheel drive. Steve Ruiz out front on lap number 1. Tommy Tom in the 2. Nick Byett the 3. Then Hamilton, Osborne, and Essay. Watched by the bull. Thank you, Paul. One minute down, 4 minutes to go. $130 down, 3:30 to go. Steve Ruiz still out front. Tommy Tom in the 2. Nick Byett the 3. It looks like about 1.5 between Tom and Byett for the 2 and 3 spot. Halfway into A main number 1. It's Ruiz, Tom, Byett, Osborne, and Kelby Osborne, and Ryan Hamilton. Battle to watch between Tommy Tom and Nick Byett for the 2 and 3. It looks like a little mistake there for Byett. Going to give Tommy Tom some breathing room.
2 minutes left.
Watch the back straight, watch the back straight. Thank you, James. Four minutes down, 1 minute to go.
1 minute
Now
left.
battle between Ruiz, Tom, and Byett. Ruiz across the line, Byett across the line, Tom across the line. That's a straight up battle for the 1, 2, and 3 for qualifying position going into A number 2. 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. Ruiz gonna make a buy for one more. Bayet making a buy for one more. Tommy Tom gonna make a buy for one more. That is time. Racing to the line, then back him down after the line, back him down after the line. Racing to the line, then back him after the line. Keep him going, keep him going, keep it going. Do not stop on the straight. Do not stop on the straight. The line is at the end of the back straight. All right, back him down, back him down. Marshals grab those floors, help off track. Then get our cars back to the grid. Cars back to the grid. Starting order for A2, it's Steve Ruiz, Nick Bayet, Tommy Tom, Robbie Osborne, Ryan Hamilton, and Kelby Osborne. So once again, that's Ruiz, Bayet, Tom, Osborne, Hamilton, and Kelby Osborne.
The race is completed.
Okay, blowers down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This will be the battle for the bragging rights. A main number 2 in 13.5 four-wheel drive. We have our marshals, we have our drivers. We are going racing on the sound of the tone. Ruiz getting a little bit up on the pipe there, no harm, no foul. Then Tom gets a little bit wrong, gonna lose all sorts of ground. Gonna have lots of ground to make up as we have another 5-minute race on the platter to finish us out for the evening. Ruiz leading us out on lap number 1, then Bayet, Kelby Osborne, Ryan Hamilton, Tommy Tom, and Robbie Osborne. Once again, if you liked this format, let us know. If you didn't like this format, let us know. Take feedback in either direction so we can decide if we want to run this again, run never again, all the time, etc., etc. Only for the full moon? Only on days that end in Y? I don't know. Who knows? One minute in, 4 minutes to go. Steve Ruiz out front, Nick Bayet in the 2. Bayet trying to keep Ruiz honest. Trying to keep him from pulling out too much of a gap. Tommy Tom now back up into the 3 spot after a rough opening lap. Gonna try and charge in and close the gap back down on Steve Ruiz and Nick Bayet. He's hoping they get into a battle of their own so he can close back in. Back into striking range. Then farther back in the 4 spot, it's Ryan Hamilton, then Robbie Osborne and Kelby Osborne. Watching the back straight go inside, and the back straight go inside, clear. Two minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Three minutes down, 2 minutes left. Steve Ruiz out front in the 1, Nick Bayet the 2, Tommy Tom in the 3.
2 minutes
Battle
left.
for the 4 and 5 between Hamilton and Osborne, then Kelby Osborne rounding out the field in the 6. Yahtzee.
1 minute left.
4 down and 1 to go. It's Ruiz, Bayette, Tom, Osborne, Ryan Hamilton, and Kelby Osborne. Fifteen seconds left. And that is time. Racing to the line. Steve Ruiz, you are done. Gonna bring home the win. Everyone will be done when they cross the line. Waiting on a couple more cars, and that'll do it. Everyone is done. Steve Ruiz gonna bring home the win. Nick Bayette gonna bring home the 2. Then Tommy Tom, Robbie Osborne, Ryan Hamilton, and Kelby Osborne. Thank you everyone once again for coming out for Wednesday night racing. Hope everyone had a good time. Track is now closed. We are gonna get things ready to close up for the night. Hope everyone had a good night of racing. As always.
The race is completed.